This is the 90-90 hip lift with ball hold from Postural Restoration Institute. To set up for this, we need to be, as the name suggests, in a 90-degree bend at both our knees and our hips. Now, we have a little shelf set up here because it's going to be most helpful for most people to have something to dig down with. And we need to do this still with the feet on the wall. If the feet are off of the wall, that is not good. So the whole foot needs to be flat here. And we have a ball in between the knees that allows the knees to stay in line with the toes. So it shouldn't be too small where the knees are collapsing in or too much where the knees are too wide. It needs to stay in line with the toes. So we're going to initiate this by dragging down on the wall with the heels, but keeping the whole foot flat. Now that shelf is there to allow you to do that more easily without the feet moving. If there's no shelf, the feet should still not move. But the tailbone is going to come off of the floor as a result of that, and the hamstrings should engage on both sides. Now, a good cue I like to use is imagine that you're a piece of Velcro being pulled off of the ground one vertebrae at a time. That should allow you to keep that tuck of the hips and keep the low back flat still. So now all he's gonna do is keep his hands on his low ribs, get a full exhale through the mouth as if he's sighing, and that's going to engage his side abs. After he exhales for about 5 to 10 seconds, he needs to hold that very slightly as he closes his mouth, inhale through the nose, and he's going to feel his chest expand. And that's great. He's gonna do that for about 5 breaths. The most common mistake on this exercise is people are gonna pull the toes back excessively, and we don't want that to happen. We want the whole foot flat. The other thing is people are gonna lose their heels and try to pull down with the toes instead. So just make sure that you're concentrating on creating awareness between the heels and the hamstrings here. The other thing is people are gonna get their hips too high off of the ground. So this isn't a bridge, this is a hip lift. So make sure that the pelvis is off of the ground, but the low back is still on the ground mostly. You may get a little bit higher depending on the person, but for the most part, you're gonna keep the low back flat.